Hey there friend! Today we're going to be opening the July Bookish box with the theme of high stakes. I went ahead and I refreshed my memory by looking at the card, and I really enjoyed the artwork featuring a fiery redhead with a dagger. So I'm really excited to see not only what items come in this month's box, but also get a peek at that book. Let's get started. All right, so on the top of the box, like always, we've got our little info card here with the theme of the box, which is high stakes. Got a list of all the items with little descriptions, as well as giving credit to the artist that helped create it. And then in the middle, we have information about the book and the artist that helped do the artwork on the book. I usually like to pull this out and just set it to the side and read over it as I'm pulling items out. That way there's a little bit of a surprise with each one. And then on the back, we have some fun things. I've been really enjoying the playlist. They curate a special playlist for the kind of mood that the book is supposed to elicit. And so you can find that on Spotify with that. And then they've got some other information about a photo challenge and some other bookish shop news. So the first thing that caught my eye, this looks like a little notebook. Let's pull it out. Ooh, it says a reader lives 1,000 lives. And it's got this cool gold embellishing on it. It's like a green leathery feel. So it kind of feels like a moleskin notebook. Well, it looks like a few of the pages are sticking to the back here. It looks like there's fun stuff. Let's start at the beginning. Oh, cool. It's like a little reading log, so you can keep track of all the books that you've been reading and kind of how you've enjoyed them and your thoughts that you've had on them. I like that idea a lot, but since I write full-fledged reviews, I actually don't end up using these too often. Yeah, it's a little stuck together in the back. That's why you gotta be careful with the glue, guys. Cool. Huh, so it says that this is inspired by Game of Thrones. I'm not sure if that's something that's said in there or if it's just kind of the aesthetic. Either way, though, I think it's something everybody can appreciate. And the design on this front cover was done by @book.babe.designs. This item's a little big. Let me open it up and try and get as good an angle on it as I can. So originally I had a hard time figuring out what this artwork was supposed to be or be from, and then I noticed the Holly Black tag on the side. So this must be from, I think the series is called Fae of Air or something like that, but Wicked Prince and Cruel King and that book series. Let me find it on the list. Here we go. So it's showcasing Carden and Jade from the Cruel Prince trilogy. And the artwork on this is done by @Morgana0Anagram. And I love this couple a whole lot. I feel like they're both very interesting characters. I went on a trip recently and I found that these pouches are actually really helpful for like packing and stuff. No inner pouches inside, but that's fine. Makes sense. It's not that big of a pouch itself. So the next thing I was able to grab was the candle. So I went ahead and I fished out the bookmark too. And this actually makes me think of a book that we got recently, Realmbreaker. Which kind of strikes me as the pirate's daughter. So let's see, usually the candle has a little bit more info. Well, it looks like I was on the right track at least. It's a pirate, and it is a book that I think was featured in this box. I was still with Fairy Loot at that time. But it's Fable from the book Fable. And this candle, I think, is quite pungent because just in pulling off the wrapper, I could smell it. But let's open it up and give it a sniff. Oh yeah, you can definitely smells like ocean breeze and sweet melon. I get notes of both of those things, so. Nice candle. And nice artwork. Okay, we got the same person on each side. Sometimes they do one character on one side and one character on the other. And let's see. We are still with the same artist here, Miss Nicole Deal. I believe her handle is just @Nicole.Deal. Another one of the staples that come in each of these boxes is the monthly pen. So this looks like the back of someone's head and she's got a gun. This kind of makes me think of the Romeo and Juliet book that came out recently, but I forget what it's called. Let's see. That was the one I was thinking of, These Violent Delights. And the artwork is done by Just Outfit. I like that. Right, so another staple I feel like we've been getting recently is a piece of jewelry. So I can see that it says Medusa up here. But it's almost just as hard in person to see what's on it as it is in showing up on the camera. You can kind of catch a little face in the middle and a mess of snakes around the outside. This was inspired by the book Lore that came out recently. The little blurb says that it's one of the team's top reads for this year. So they wanted to make something that represented that. And usually one of the last things I pull out before the book is the print that on one side is a beautiful illustration, usually indicative of next month's theme, which it is, and that the August theme, which will be the next box, is witchy academic vibes, which like, yes and yes. And the artist that made this artwork, I believe, is the same as the last couple months, and that is Morlev_art. And then, not to waste any space, on the back we've got a little note from the Bookish team, as well as again stating what makes this edition of the book special, some more thoughts on the book itself. And I noticed this and I got really excited. They came up with like a new sleeve, and so it's got like a little button and like a little felt on the outside along with their logo. So I thought that was a really neat way to package the book. Ooh, this looks gorgeous. So it's These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. And just like with our artwork that was giving us a hint, we got a cool redhead with a dagger and two, it looks like fae boys by the shape of their ears back there. So I think I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy this book. Oh, I always try not to read too much, but I did get a little caught up. Disheartens me just a little, although I don't know what else I expected from the cover, that it seems as though there's gonna be some kind of little love triangle. But those can be done well. I worry sometimes when people take tropes as like a shortcut, but they can be done well. Ooh, this looks cool, like some braids or like rings, maybe both. Let's check out the inside of the book before we pull off the book jacket. We got the artist signature, oh, with a little heart, how cute. And the featured artwork, which is by @EmilSnaith_art. It's a little hard to see, but it's kind of just a dark image anyway. It's a lady opening up what I think is like a cupboard, and there's a little bit of flame here, or maybe shadow or something. It's hard to tell if it's coming from inside or outside of the closet. I'm guessing that's going to be our main character, because she also has red hair. Oh, and a map. I always love a good map. Oh, and the blurb just says exclusive artwork, so this cover might be different. I haven't seen the original. And if this is the exclusive artwork they're talking about, that is also by EmilSnaith_art. Ooh, look at that. I love to see like the kind of embossed and shimmery edges. Beautiful artwork like this on the book itself makes me really want to take off all the end papers and just have like a nice shelf of hardback books like this. Oh, this is cute. So this is our reversible jacket cover, which kind of reminds me of Jessica Rabbit here with the red hair and the long gloves. And then it says, "Life is magic." Oh, this kind of flowery artwork around the outside. And this reversible jacket cover is done by @JannianArt. All right, so that was the high stakes bookish box featuring These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. As you saw, I try really hard not to read anything ahead of time. I already know I'm gonna read the book. Why not just be pleasantly surprised by what it contains? Even just by looking at the cover, it kind of looks like a fun high fantasy featuring a female lead, which are some of my very favorite books. I'm nearly finished with the book I'm reading now, so I should be able to crack that open real quick, and I'm excited. I would say this box was another kind of lukewarm hit for me. I really appreciate that with like the necklace and the candles and the bookmarks and the enamel pens. It's all kind of stuff that you could use, that you could feature into your daily life, and that won't take up much space. So I super appreciate that. But we kind of still get those two like bonus items of what could it be? I like the notebook a lot and like it looked nice, but because I kind of write my own reviews and I usually film them, I don't find myself often using a reading log, but I'm definitely going to hold on to this for in the future when I probably eventually stop doing these things this way. You know, I'll have it for then, and it's a really nice item. The theme for this month's Candle and Bookmark wasn't one of my favorite books. The enamel pen, I enjoyed the book well enough, you know, and enough to remember it, that it leapt out of my mind when I saw it, but again, not like a very favorite. So I would say that I'd probably go with the pouch as my favorite item because I really love this book and this book series and Holly Black in general. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching the video. It really means a lot. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time.